See, good morning. This is Miss Lally, and today is July 1st. And this is why sometimes I just don't like gardening. I'm in my bathroom and I open up the blinds because I'm getting ready to brush my teeth, and I like to look outside when I brush my teeth. And I look outside and I can see the deck and my cattle panel. And as I'm looking on the deck, what do I see? What is that? What is that sitting on the deck? Please tell me that's not what I think it is. I haven't gone outside yet. I was just getting myself together so I could go outside like I do every morning and look over my plants and everything. Please tell me that is not what I think it is. But I think it is. But on the flip side of it, it also could be my neighbor's, because he has a bunch of tomato plants on the other side of our fence. Okay, I'm looking my tomato plants over, and I think all of mine are accounted for, because that's the one that had the biggest tomatoes on mine so far. And like these over here, they're still small, like kind of bigger than a marble size. And it got breezy last night, so let's see. Okay, so these little rascals around here would, you know what? This is what they would do with my peaches. They would get the peach off the peach tree and then set it on the deck. In plain view, just let me know they got my peaches. They've done it with the strawberries. And now they're doing it with, this is my neighbor's tomato. My neighbor gardens on the other side of the white partition. So these little squirrels are going over there snatching his tomatoes, because I don't have a tomato. All of my tomatoes that I have are accounted for. That one plant that I showed, those were the biggest I had, and all of them are still there. Oh, this ain't good. This is not good at all. He has a lot of tomatoes over there. He has several plants, and he mainly grows tomatoes and peppers. And these squirrels here, ooh, they got all of this area up here where they can rip and run and scavenge for food. They have all this area, and they got to come and mess with our stuff. Okay, but that was a sight to see this morning. Thanks for watching, and stay cool. Hello, this is Miss Lally, and today is the day after the 4th of July, Saturday, July 5th, and I'm out here watering my container garden, and today is, well, this morning is really nice. It feels like it's like in the upper, no, I say mid to low 70s. That's what it feels like. Don't really see too many mosquitoes flying around out here. It's 6 something in the morning, probably getting closer to 7 o'clock. And so it's really nice. It's a nice little break from the heat wave we've been having. And this is my little tomato nursery I got going on right here. All of those in there are indeterminate tomatoes, suckers that I have cut off my indeterminate tomatoes, and I was just letting them root in there, trying to decide whether or not I want to do something with them. But this one right here, I did cut this off of the one of the determinate tomato plants, and I rooted it, and I wanted to see if I could start up a new plant. And I see that, where did I say? I see it has the flower blooms coming, so I wanted to go ahead and plant it in this pot, give it some bone meal and blood meal, and see if it'll take off. I did do that with one of the suckers that was from the indeterminate plant, and this is it right here. This is a indeterminate. The tag says beefsteak, so it's been doing well. It is also has flower buds on it, so just trying to keep my tomato production going on. This is two of the indeterminate tomatoes. I don't know, I mean, I thought the tomatoes were going to get bigger than that, and this one's already blushing. So, but then again, I am container gardening and trying to get a handle on container gardening. So I'm quite sure the tomatoes probably could have been bigger than that, but it's probably something I'm doing that they're not getting as big as I thought they were going to get. But at any rate, I'm going to plant this determinate tomato plant and go from there. I mean, I figure it's better than trying to buy another one. So I'm going to plant that in here and see how it does. Okay, so there it is. I took the tag out of one of the determinate plants, which is Mountain Pride. So this is a Mountain Pride sucker that I cut off one of those determinate tomato plants, and we're gonna see if it's gonna start a new plant. Well, it did root, so see how well it does here. So I'll have going into the fall, if these make it and continue to make it, I'll have one determinate, one indeterminate, and this is a Juliet that my neighbor gave me right here. And it's looking good because it was a very light green when I got it, and it came back. So we shall see. It is still July 5th, Saturday, July 5th, and I wanted to go ahead and tackle putting the raised bed together. At least I wanted to go ahead and get it set up. I had all of my materials, and I figured might as well go ahead and set it up so that it can get rained on and get settled and set, so that when the fall comes, I could possibly plant in it. We started off with chicken wire or wire mesh and weed barrier due to the moles constantly digging holes, and of course my previous experience with them eating up my vegetation. So wanted to put that down first and then put the raised bed on top of it, and then we was going to go from there. Over the winter and early spring, we were doing some yard work, and we was collecting some of the broken branches and old wood that was around the yard and stuff like that for the purpose of using in the raised bed. So I wanted to start off with a layer of sticks and thick wood, old wood at the base of my raised bed. Next, I used the leaves from my leaf pile. I've been having this leaf pile for almost 2 years, I believe, and it's got leaves and garden scraps and grass clippings in it. So that's a good mixture, and I wanted to use this to add to the raised bed on top of the sticks and the old wood to help with filling up the raised bed. Plus, this will also help with not having to spend so much money on filling the raised bed, because this is a nice size, height wise, raised bed. So I figure put in enough of the leaf compost, and when it comes time to fill it up with soil, I won't have to do so much. Plus, I plan to as well to add uh, rocks around the base of the raised bed, because I read somewhere that voles don't really like to dig around in rocky material, which I've seen that in front of our garage where it looked like it was gravel, and there's no sign of any vole activity there whatsoever. Since for all the time we've been there, I have not seen any vole activity. So I want to add some rocks or gravel around the base of the raised bed so that this will hopefully be vole proof, but we shall see. So after adding the leaf compost, now I added I had one bag of soil and a small little bit in another bag, but that wasn't enough to fill it all the way up to the top. Um, so I'm going to get another bag of soil, but at least for right now, the bed is set out here and it can get rained on, and then I will really be able to tell how much extra soil I need to add. Hello, this is Miss Lally, and today is, what is today? Wednesday, July 15th. No, not 15th, July 23rd. Wednesday, July 23rd. And I have moved my container garden back over here beside the house where it was once over there. I feel like we hopefully are nearing the end of excessive heat, although it's supposed to be in low to mid 80s at the beginning of this week, and then it's going to go up into the low 90s. And heat indexes are going to be crazy, because I think 2 of the days going to be 95 degrees. But I'm hoping we are getting away from constant 95 degree weather all the time and high humidity. The humidity just makes it crazy, just unbearable. But I wanted to grow tomatoes so that I could fix me some fried green tomatoes. That was my main reasoning for growing tomatoes. So this is one of my determinate plants. I still got the 3 determinate plants, and I still have the 3 indeterminate plants. That's one of the determinate, 2, and the third one is behind the white buckets. And my 3 indeterminate plants, 1 is right there and the 2 are over there. But the determinate plants, the tomatoes weren't really getting much size on them. And these are Mountain Pride. I grew them last year, and I don't recall Mountain Pride tomatoes getting that big last time. And all of this could be grower error, my error. But this particular one, the tomatoes started getting some size on them. I was going to give up on this plant because it was not putting out any tomatoes for the longest time. And then when I decided I was going to pull it, I looked and there were small tomatoes on the plant. So I think I want to go ahead and get those and just fix me some fried green tomatoes. And been looking forward to that. I also pulled my cucumber plants and caught myself trying to start up new ones. 1, 2, 3. That one didn't make it. They were already way past early seedling stage when I got them. This one is struggling. This one looked like it might be the one that I can work with. So we just had some rain the other night. Let some of that water out. And hopefully, I'll be able to I guess take care of this one right here and just get some late summer cucumbers. This one, I got the tag. What was it? I can't remember the name of it. I'll put it on the video. But we'll see how this one does. I see it's putting out its tendrils already, so that's good. My pepper plants been holding on through this heat, and I've actually have harvested peppers off of the plants. Like this one has peppers on it, and I've already diced them up, put them in the freezer, and froze them for use later on in the year. I also have these two pepper plants that are that I got really big peppers off of. Yes, one's still on this plant right there, and this one doesn't have any. Oh, it's starting a new one. So I expect my pepper plants to slow down in their production because of the heat. And my granddaughter's homeschool pumpkin plant is just producing leaves and male flowers, and for whatever reason, I don't know, the pumpkins, the female flower will show up, and then it will fizzle out. So I don't know. I'm just letting it grow, and I'm trying to research, how to grow pumpkins, but it's just the female flowers will just fizzle out. Okay, so this is going to be the startup. Well, not is going to be. This is the startup of my fall garden for the fall. But what I'm doing is I took suckers off of one of the determinate plants, just one sucker, and the Mountain Pride, and that's starting up right there. And then this is an indeterminate sucker, and then this is an indeterminate sucker, and this is a Juliet tomato plant that my neighbor gave me, that's in this bucket, and it's really taken off. And these tomatoes are over here behind the house. They're not getting direct sunlight, so they've been doing great right here. I think I'm going to leave them here until we get out of this 90-degree high humidity weather. I mean, they got flowers. See, they got flowers right there, so they're doing great right here. So I'm gonna just leave them here and let them continue to keep doing what they're doing. Break me off a couple of, there you go. Oh, these are nice size. Yep. And I think I'll get the that one tomato on the other determinate, and it's just that one tomato on that last plant, and that'll be it for that plant, and I think it's it for that plant too. So that's my the garden update for all of the month of July on this particular video. All the, not a whole lot. I didn't do a whole lot in gardening this year. Was just wanting to take it slow and not do too much, especially with container garden. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Stay cool. Hello, this is Lally, and today is July 31st. I had to come back real quick just to give you another update of my container garden. So I did have to cover the garden with shade cloth, because we just went into another heat wave, and I think after today we're coming out of it, so I'll be able to take the shade cloth down. But they didn't have the shade cloth up here for like, I think 4 days, yeah, definitely 3 days. I want to say 4 days. I know I took it off and then put it back on because of some rain. But the shade cloth is helping preserve the garden. Look at it. My pepper plants are looking great. Now those 2 pepper plants, I mean, they got hit with this fried up by the sun just a little bit, but they are putting on new leaves, and as you can see, I am getting new flower buds. See, I am getting new flower buds. So, and this is the my potato experiment, where I replanted a potato that had already produced some, and this is how it's been going. And I've been keeping it under the shade cloth here and there, some full sun, some shade cloth, but it hasn't gotten fried, and I don't know, I guess I'm just watching it. I don't even know when I'm going to dump it to find out if there's potatoes. I mean, because the foliage looks good. The foliage is not dying back yet. So, when did I pick those? This would have came out June, and we're now at the end of July. Okay, so the foliage should be looking green like this. Okay, so we'll see how this is going to play out during the month of August. But, this is all of it. From that one potato that I replanted. So I'm just out here this morning watering the plants, and they've been under the shade cloth, and, the soil looks moist, like it's damp. The plants look good under the shade cloth. These are my 2 cucumber plants. And I just spotted that they are producing small baby cucumbers. Well, the one that's doing really good. So I just wanted to squeeze this in real quick. Now, for real, this is the end of my July update for my garden. So I'm going to cover these back up with the shade cloth and carry on into August. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.